Hey guys, welcome back to another video with CBA Labs. My name is Conrad. I'm going to be taking you through how to add some data into your Snowflake database or your Snowflake data lake. We're going to go through creating a database, a schema. We're going to import some data using a CSV file as one of the most basic ways, and then I'm going to show you one of the tools that I built as a very quick and dirty way to export data from your SQL server and automatically import that directly into your Snowflake. So let's get underway here. So first we're going to set up a database in Snowflake. I'm going to go ahead, and for this we're using a sample database that I'm going to have a link for you down in the description. Perfect. So there's our database. We're going to go ahead and set up a schema. I'm just going to simply call mine DBO. Keep it really easy for myself. Okay, awesome. There we go. So now you have your database of Chinook with the schema as just DBO, and here you can manually create everything, whether that's tables, views, all that. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to do an import from file. First, we need that file. How do we get it? So here's the Chinook database. Right now we're going to do genre. We're going to do a right click here, tasks, export data. Now for this, we're going to go down here, scroll to the bottom. I'm using this DB provider for SQL Server. Server name, I'm just using Windows Authentication. Select your database, of course. Go next, so that's choosing the data source. Now it's going to say, okay, where do you want it to go? I'm just going to do a flat file destination. We're going to dump it right in here. And because I'm going to be exporting the genre table, I'm going to name it genre. Also, I've selected the CSV file, so perfect. Everything looks good there. Next, copy data, yeah. Here you're going to select your source table. It's currently on album. I'm going to click genre. Great. Next and finish. It's going to go ahead and export that for you. Awesome. So now that we have that exported, we're going to go back into here and go to table, from a file, and then we can just, wherever you dump that file, you can just drag that right on top. Everything looks good. It's kind of asking you what do you want to do with that and where is it going. So Chinook DBO. Let's create a new table, and the name of the table is going to be genre. Awesome. So as you can see, it automatically detected the column names, what they are, and then you can feed in the file format. Underneath here, you can change things about your header and all that. As well, this is probably the more important bit, is your date formats. I know a lot of places around the world use different formats, so this is where you can kind of set that. As well as what to do on fail. You can not load any data or only load valid data from the file. But this should be fine. So we're going to go ahead and load that. Perfect. You see it's now loaded, 25 rows. We can click on query data, which just automatically opens up a worksheet. And then we're going to run this query, which is just selecting all. Awesome. And there you go. There is your genre table has been imported into our Snowflake. Great place to start. So for now, we're just going to go back into our data, Chinook DBO. I'm going to now show you a quick tool that I built. Again, I really want to stress that the tool that I built is not really like a be-all end-all. I would certainly recommend using an ELT or an ETL. I'm thinking things like Fivetran or Stream or DBT, something like that, to do this properly. But this tool that I'm going to show you was built solely for the purpose of just get a bunch of data out, plug it into Snowflake so I can start playing with it and seeing what Snowflake can do for me. It was more in the context of having a trial on Snowflake and just trying to get data in there as quick as I can to start playing with it while the trial still lasts. So I'm going to have this project set up in GitHub for you guys, and it's just a very simple Python script using pandas, SQLAlchemy, a few other things. So just a few things to note here. The logic cores is just on how many threads are we going to run this on. For the Chinook database, it's not really a big deal. It's going to be able to crunch through this pretty quick, but I know I have moved certain databases, with millions of rows, and you can really hammer a lot of cores at the same time. So just stepping through this really quick, this section here is just going to be the database on your computer. So the database here for us, or for me right now anyway, it's going to be Chinook. Username and password are not super important if you're connecting on localhost. If you're doing Windows authentication anyway, it's just automatically going to use Windows authentication. But if you're connecting to a remote server or something, you'll know what you'll need to use there. And as you can see, it basically just looks at what we have for tables and everything. It's very manual, guys. It's just going through every table and exporting that table to a CSV file. And then once all the export's done, we're closing that engine, and then we're creating our import engine, which again is just using SQLAlchemy. Here you'll find your username, password, account, role, database, schema, and warehouse for our Snowflake, which is fairly important to, obviously very important to create that connection and beam that up there. So just quickly on the Snowflake side, guys, I'll show you how I generally have this set up, and we'll go through how to get all this stuff set up. So for the database, we already know that it's going into Chinook, so we can put that in there. The schema, we already know we created that DBO schema. Oops, that's BDO. DBO. Awesome. So here we are going to use an account admin, just because that's how I'm going to set it up. So here in Snowflake, we are going to go ahead and create our accounts to use, or a user. So going to user, I already have data load, so I'll just show you how that works. You just go in, create, you'll put data load as your username, or whatever, you can call it whatever you want. You put in your super hard password right in there. So actually, I'll just do this with you. Why not? I already have a data load, so I'll just say data user and put in your password. Because this user is authenticating just through this, we're not going to force the password change. Advanced, we're going to set it as an account admin with the default warehouse of compute warehouse. Okay, we'll go ahead and create that user. Awesome, so data user. So I'm going to go back here, and this is going to be, our username is data user super hard pass 1. And then you're going to need your account information, and you can find that by going into here, going accounts, and then right here you'll see this little copy button, and you don't need all of it. Once you copy it, you'll actually notice this little section here. This is what you need. So you can, I like to copy the whole thing and then just delete what I don't need. And then you come back in here, stick that in, delete on either side. Don't worry, guys, this user is obviously going to be deleted. And yeah, so everything's looking pretty good now. And all we should need to do is hit the run button. If you run into issues, just make sure you import pandas, the SQLAlchemy, as well as there's an extra one that you need to upgrade it to support the Snowflake side of things as well. I'll include the 3 pip installs that you need down in the description for you guys, and that should get you up and rolling with this. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and hit run debug Python file. Awesome. You can see it exported all of these. It's just working on the import right now. Awesome. It looks like it's finished. So we'll go into here. We'll go to databases, Chinook DB. Oh, there's your tables, and there's everything that has been now pulled in. From here, you guys can play with this. I hope this helped you out. If you have any questions, please comment down below. Again, guys, new channel, please like and subscribe. If you have any ideas or want any kind of clarification on something, comment, and hopefully I'll get back to you in a timely manner. Thanks, guys.